It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the morning edition for Monday, March 16th. I'm James Spann. Nice, warm weather in the short term, then some rain by midweek. Let's go in there and check things out this morning. Kind of a different look from what we've seen all winter. We've got this big ridge pumped up across much of the middle part of the nation, pushing the storm track way up north. That means some record highs again today for parts of the Central Plains, more than likely. There's an upper low that's over the southern tip of Baja and a trough just off the upper Atlantic coast. Starting off the day mostly in the 40s, Birmingham at 44. A couple of spots in the 30s up north. We'll expect a high well up in the 70s today. Some folks will be flirting with 80, much like yesterday. Fairly quiet around the nation today. Those counties in the shades of pink out across the heartland are red flag warnings because of a high wildfire danger. Also some fog around the Arklatex region. Here's the overall rain for the next 5 days, valid through next week, through Saturday morning, the weekend. As the weekend begins, this is suggesting rain amounts of about 1/2 to 1 inch. And that rain will likely start late Wednesday or Wednesday night. And how long will it rain? Well, let's take a look. Here's the GFS, the 06C run, valid today at 1 o'clock local time. You can see that big ridge over the nation's midsection where temperatures will be way above average today as the big thaw continues across the nation. And for us, just beautiful. Sunny today with a high pushing 80. Both the NAM and the GFS are at 79. Bottom line is, just like yesterday. It's pretty much the same deal tomorrow. A weak front will be approaching. Maybe a few scattered clouds. I guess we'll call it partly sunny, but still very warm. The high will be around 80 degrees. Any showers well to the northeast of here. Now, Wednesday, we have a wave to the west, and Wednesday will be cooler, by the way, with that front. Highs will drop back in the low and mid-60s. In fact, the GFS is printing a high of only 62 on Wednesday. The sky becoming cloudy, and it looks like the rain begins at some point Wednesday afternoon. This is Wednesday night at midnight, 12 a.m. Thursday. We should be quite wet at that point, and then on Thursday at midday, a surface low is basically over Tuscaloosa, and that looks like a wet day with periods of rain, and again, the high will be in the low to mid-60s. Friday, the showers begin to thin out as the wave moves on to the east. I guess there could be a lingering shower in spots, but I think a pretty decent part of the day Friday will be dry, but the clouds will linger, and again, the high probably low 60s. All right, weekend warriors, what do you say? This is Saturday. And we note a trough is digging down into the Great Lakes. And the question is, how far will that thing dig? And will it turn cold at some point? Come on now. You know we've got late season cold snaps coming up. This is very early in the season, the spring season. This is a look at the surface chart on Saturday at noon. And this is suggesting rain will be on the western Gulf Coast around Galveston, Houston, Lake Charles. But this run really shunts all of that well to the south. If this is right, the day Saturday will be dry. The high will be in the 60s. And Sunday, you can see how that feature kind of skirts on by without much happening here. I guess there might be a shower Saturday night somewhere, especially over the southern half of the state. But Sunday looks rain-free. And again, the high would be in the 60s. So at this point, for the northern counties of Alabama, I would say the bulk of the weekend will be dry. Maybe some rain Saturday or Saturday night down across the southern part of the state. And even there, the amount's not all that heavy with highs in the 60s. Now, temperatures on Sunday, this run keeps the coldest air to the north. We have seen other runs that bring pretty good shot of cold air down in here. I say cold air, I mean cool, and that would get us down in the 30s, maybe close to freezing by Sunday morning, but this run does not do that. We would not have a late season freeze, and then Monday of next week, we are cool and dry, and I would say lows will be in the 30s Monday morning. The GFS is printing 38 for Birmingham, and the high would be at 62. We'll check the end of the forecast, March 25th. That's not a particularly cold look for us. We have temperature heights a little above average, and again, that would be dry and pleasant if this happens to be right. Some snow up north around the Great Lakes and for the northern Rockies. Here's a look at numbers coming off the ensembles, and they're just not too bad. 60s and 70s, lows 40s and 50s. But again, I caution you, we almost always have a late season freeze. Late March, April. The average date of the last freeze here is March 26th. We have had a freeze as late as April 23rd. I always tell people tax day. My advice, if you want to plant something that might be harmed by a freeze, April 15th. plant now, you are doing it at great risk. All right, that's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes in the blog. Next video here by 4 o'clock today. If you can catch us this evening on the live stream of the television site, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.